Mine.
Howdy! This is the Gene Machine, coming at you live from the corner of my room. And hey, you know what's awesome? You know what's not awesome though? Fake mobile game ads. And the ads we're going to be talking about today come from the game Fire and Glory Blood War. Now, Fire and Glory is another one of those RTS base building games that look like it could have passed as a Flash game in 2010. I mean, I've seen better graphics in the critically acclaimed Swords and Sandals 2, if I'm being quite honest. But unfortunately for everyone watching, Fire and Glory is yet another game hosting dozens of fake mobile game ads. And, well, this time around, there's something very strange within the ads that you're going to want to check out. Of course, if you'd like to watch videos like these an entire day early, be sure to check out the Patreon. But with that said, let's go ahead and get dressed for the occasion, and take a look at some of these ads, shall we? So, besides the obvious, which is how terribly made this ad is, I wanted to point out the magazine at the start. Of course, they have the essential "this game says no to pay to win" crap that you see in every ad like this, which, just to put salt in the wound, one of the top reviews on their Google store page is someone complaining about the game literally being pay to win. So there's that. But anyway, I want you to notice the amount of times it says GOW in the magazine, whether it's saying "this reminds me of GOW" or GOW Remaker or even GOW Clone. I'll explain what that means in a moment, but first let's take a look at more of their ads. Okay, let's have a philosophical talk for a moment. Now, many of us may look at this ad and take it as, oh, some guy is using his money to amass an army. But if you really think about the ad, I see it as an employer is paying his employees so that they can get back to work on finishing half of the town. Because I mean, if you notice, there's just like a big cutoff in the city, so clearly they're working on it, but everyone was just slacking off. Okay. Now that the over-analyzing part is out of the way, it's a shame to think that there's actually someone out there who's watched this and went, oh yeah, this makes me want to play their game. Like, what is there to convince you? There's no gameplay, and all it is a guy walking down a street throwing heaps of money at people. The only saving grace this ad has is that it at least doesn't have a fake UI thrown on top of it, because then they would be trying to convince you that this is what the game actually looks like. I spoke too soon. First off, look at this. This guy is VIP8 in the ad. I don't understand why this company would say in one ad that they're not pay to win, and then in the next ad show some guy who spent enough money to make it to VIP8. I know this is all fake, but the point still stands. I think this comment perfectly sums it up. Boy, I sure do enjoy watching numbers go up. Well said. God Sex Devil 666. Oh my gosh. I'll show you one more ad from them, and in this one, they're trying to show you the base invading feature in the game, but again, this is completely fake. Remember, we're talking about a game you'd see on addictinggames.com here, so obviously for it to look this nice, for a mobile game no less, you can probably draw a conclusion there. Now, there's one thing that all 4 of these ads have in common. The thing they all share in common is actually not on the ad itself, but within YouTube. All of these ads are labeled on YouTube as GOW clone. Now, what is GOW exactly? Well, let's see. It could be God of War, Gears of War, Grain of Wheat, that's a possible contender for sure, A Great Ocean Walk, Grapes of Wrath, okay, that's a good one, A Garden of War, Gates of Winter, Goods Outwards Warehouse, that's a contender for sure, add that one, or Government-Owned Wetlands. Jokes aside, they're actually referring to another mobile game, that game being... Oh no. That's right. This game is quite literally marketing itself with full awareness as a Game of War clone. Of course, they can't outright say the franchise's name in its entirety because then they'd face legal troubles. Obviously, it's not like these companies care about the legality of things, I mean, that's why this whole channel exists, but that is until they have to deal with each other. And in case you're just now realizing this, that's why the names and icons of both games are very similar. Though, with that being said, for them to say GOW instead of Game of War, I truly wonder how many people actually understood what that meant. With all that said, though, there's one important thing to note. This game is no Game of War. I mean, pretty much the same gameplay, but Game of War has Kate Upton. You don't have Kate Upton, Fire and Glory. Nice try. Anyway, yeah, that's the video. What are your thoughts? Now that you know what GOW clone means, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does that make you unironically cringe? Let me know in the comments down below, and hey, let's thank our patrons for today's video. In the $5 tier, we have Genti Dimitri. In the $3 tier, we have That One Zoomer. And of course, in the $1 tier, we have Name Expunged. Thank you to our amazing patrons, and if you'd like your name spoken like that, consider joining for only $1. Of course, be sure to check out the Twitter, join the Discord, and consider subscribing. You know, if you want. Regardless, though, you have to like the video. Come on, do it. I'm watching you. Go on, tap your finger or mouse, whatever. Go on. Thank you. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you all in the next video. Stay real.